Now, let me do something else very quickly because life is just... I'm going to go to Facebook. Just Facebook, Kristen. And put this over here. And that way I can see if we're correct.
Okay.
Just for me.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going live. Let's see what it does. All right. I think I am live. Okay. If you go to my page, what do you see? Hello, my people. Just kidding. Live from the Capitol. Just kidding.
Okay, you're live now.
That's how I feel. Live from the Capitol. Am I
here we
live?
We're live.
You can see us?
Recording in progress.
What?
Hey guys, we are live today podcasting. Wow. So much news today, and we figured we would come on. We were going to podcast anyway. Tuesdays is our recording day. And so much news has just broken with DWA and UBC, so we figured we would hop on live. So welcome to our second episode. No, I haven't posted our first one yet.
That is okay. That is okay. I will manage comments from my phone.
Okay.
So
I'll share it out to a couple groups.
Nice.
All right.
Would just like to apologize in advance. This is our first time to go live on a Zoom to do all the things of a podcast, and bear with us.
Today.
I see it live. There we are. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, if you are watching live or you're watching the replay or whatever, drop in the comments, like, where are you watching from? Wow, this is kind of like, I think this is just going to be the norm. What do you think?
Yeah, I love it. I love this so much. Hi, Karen. Yeah, so DWA just dropped some news. We figured we have not watched the video yet. We figured we would bring it to you guys here live.
Yes. Okay.
So
no, go ahead.
Yeah. So we'll just
well, real quick,
ahead.
Let's introduce ourselves. I know that my group knows who I am, but let's go ahead and since this is my Facebook, hold on. Whoop. Right? Live, unplugged, Amanda and Kristen. Fumbling our way through. So just like Amanda was saying, we normally do a podcast recording, and we would record it and then we would update it. And we just thought, she was like, why don't we do it live? And I was like, okay, well, thank goodness I showered and did my hair, right? So as you know, I am Kristen. Thank you so much. And then I'm going to let my amazing counterpart, co-creator, Amanda, just give a quick introduction.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know me, I'm Amanda. I go by Amanda Marie, Passive Income Mama. And I have been running a boutique, got into digital products. I live in Tennessee and connected with Kristen months ago. And we have just decided to jump in and collaborate on all these things. Super exciting. And our newest thing is podcasting. So here we are.
Yes. And just to kind of piggyback off what Amanda said earlier, big announcement in the digital marketing space. The top 2 hottest digital marketing beginner courses went affiliate.
Yeah.
And so we thought that since Digital Wealth Academy, which is one of those digital marketing courses, is our main offer, we knew that there were going to be a ton of questions. And so we thought that we would watch the live or the video with y'all. It's 7 minutes. And I guess, should I add, like, this is okay that we do this, right? That we,
I don't know why it wouldn't be.
yeah. And then we'll open it up to questions, and then we'll go forth with what the podcast episode that we had previously scheduled for y'all. So while you're watching it, if you're watching the replay or you are watching it live, tell us where you're watching from and if you have questions, because we are going to go back. So without further ado,
let's get started.
Let's do it. No.
Hello, you guys. I wanted to create this video for the DWA community to just share with you guys a little bit of the changes that are going to be happening in the next couple of weeks, and to just be transparent with you guys and really explain why these changes are happening for the better and for our community. Let me start off by saying that I never thought we were going to grow this big. I knew we were going to grow, but not to almost 100,000 members in a year and a half. What we've been able to do and accomplish is pretty unreal. The fact that right now, as I'm speaking to you guys, we are the fastest growing course on the internet. And I didn't do that. We did that together. It's definitely been a journey. I started this as a beginner too. And I think that a lot of people forget that. Yes, I've had experience online, but I never had experience creating a course or running a course with almost 100,000 people in it. 100,000 people that have opinions, different personalities. You guys message me every single day. Maybe not all at once, but definitely a good amount every single day. And I love being able to talk to you guys and answer your questions, but I want to remind you that I am a beginner too. So I just want to remind you guys that as I'm going through this journey, I'm still learning every single day. I might make mistakes. I'm not perfect, but the one thing that I hold myself to is protecting your businesses, protecting my business, and making sure that DWA continues to grow. With that being said, because we're such a big course, the majority of people inside this course have a business mindset, are here for good reasons, but there's always that small percentage of people that just want to ruin it for the rest of us. There's a lot of fraud and scam going on right now with people trying to access this course for less than $4.97. And I'm talking selling it on Etsy for $10. I've seen it on Threads for $50. I've seen it on the DD Store website. I've seen people use my pictures and portraying to be me to sell it on their own websites. The amount of things that my assistants and I deal with on a daily has honestly gotten out of control. Full transparency here so you guys can understand more on the admin side. Every time somebody breaches the license agreement, I send them a letter. And by I mean my lawyer. My lawyer sends them a letter, which cost me about $1,000 to send out that letter. Imagine how many letters I send out, sometimes in a day, in a week. It's costing so much money to protect this course from the fraud and the scams because of the MRR concept. For example, the people selling it on Etsy, they're photoshopping receipts, they're changing the names, they're sending them instructions on exactly how to get in, and it's to the point that it's almost impossible to catch on to every single one. The receipts are photoshopped, they're changing the receipts, they're putting other customers that are inside of the course as the buyer when it's not true, and it's just gotten to the point that it's absolutely impossible to control. DWA is copyrighted, it's trademarked, it's protected by an amazing lawyer, and at this point, I feel like I'm losing control of my own course. Also, as you guys know, I just hosted an event back in October that cost me almost 6 figures for the DWA community. You guys didn't ask me for it, but I wanted to give it to you guys. And I want to continue doing events. And I want to get guest speakers for the course. And I want to do retreats. And I want to continue growing the course. I have so many ideas for DWA, but those ideas cost money, guys. And I just can't continue to just come out of my pocket. As you guys know, we've been an MRR course, and my intentions have always been to keep it MRR. If it was all about money, I would have definitely changed this to an affiliate program a long time ago. But that wasn't the case. However, the only way to be able to control this fraud moving forward is DWA going affiliate. This will assure that every single buyer that comes in paid $4.97. This will also stop the approval process, so the minute somebody purchases, they can get in right away, and it will allow me to continue growing the DWA brand with more promos for you guys, more events, more calls, more modules, a lot of things that I said that I have in the works, but I absolutely cannot continue doing it until we officially go affiliate. Now, you guys know that your opinion matters because every single decision that we've made for DWA, I always ask you guys, I allow you guys to vote, but for this decision, we are going affiliate to finally stop all fraud from happening inside of DWA. Now, I wanted to keep this extremely fair for you guys, so I know you guys want to know percentage-wise, how much can you possibly make from reselling DWA? You're going to be able to keep 90% of your profits, meaning when you resell the course, you will get paid out right away and it will be 90%. I will only be taking 10% to cover all costs for the course and all things that I want to do to continue growing the DWA brand. I know for some of you with a business mind will understand why we're doing these changes and how it's going to better our community, protect our community, and help us grow. I also know that for some of you, you won't be happy with these changes, and I understand you as well. But unfortunately, it did get to the point that if we want to continue to grow, these changes need to be made now, because I can only imagine where the fraud, where the scams, where everything's going to be at if we continue growing at the pace that we're growing. I know a lot of you guys are going to have questions about this affiliate. I'm aware that a lot of you guys are in different countries. So again, you guys will be able to keep 90% of your commissions for reselling the course. Now, when it comes to becoming affiliate, it will start at the end of February. That's what we're looking at right now. But as I continue to get more information, I will definitely update you guys. What we're looking to do right now is the affiliate is going to be in the school site, meaning you guys don't even have to build a site. You can use your own unique affiliate link. This is something that school has been working with me and they will be launching at the end of February. I'm also still trying to figure out bundles, seeing if we can offer one specific bundle for everybody if they want to upgrade to a bigger price, or leaving you guys selling your bundles separately aside from the course. Right now, what the school owner has confirmed with me is that you'll be able to definitely purchase from the school site. You'll be able to get in right away. You'll be able to get paid out right away, and you won't have any more issues with Stripe since it's directly with school. Another thing we're trying to figure out at the moment is payment plans. I know the payment plans are a big thing, so we're trying to make sure that we have a payment plan option for you guys, at least one, maybe split in 3 payments. I will keep you guys posted once we get there. You guys will know there's not going to be huge changes. It's literally going to be an affiliate link once moving forward, once this is ready. For my UK people, what we're trying to do early for you guys that are worried about the new UK laws, we've been working really closely with Stan. With us going affiliate, you don't have to worry about the MRP law because it's not a minimum price. We're an affiliate program. So just to do a little recap, we're going full affiliate by the end of February through school. But in the meantime, for the UK, you guys will be able to sell DWA right away through the affiliate from Stan, which I will explain to you guys after watching this video. I'm right now talking to the Stan team. So as soon as they can confirm 2 things with me, I will update you guys on it, and I will make either another video or a post here in the community. I can only hope that you guys can understand where I'm coming from. And at this point, I'm doing whatever it takes to protect the DWA brand, to protect your businesses, and for us to continue to grow. I know you guys are going to have lots of questions, so reach out to me through school and I will try to answer them as I get my questions answered. But right now, like I said, we're looking at going full affiliate by the end of February. You won't need to leave school. You won't need to set up your sites. You won't have to do any of that. It's a simple link moving forward, but I'm just waiting on Stan Store for the UK right now to move a little bit quicker. And then again, full affiliate by the end of February. So I will keep you guys posted on all the updates. I love you guys so much. And again, as soon as I have more updates, I will update you guys. As of right now, I'm really looking forward to all the fraud, all the scams, finally stopping, to finally having more control of our businesses and seeing what these changes are going to allow me to do for DWA. Bear with me as I'm preparing myself for the questions because I know they're coming. So just bear with me because it's a lot of you and it's only one me. As I know more, I will 1000% keep you guys updated. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm looking forward to seeing what DWA will bring for all of us in 2025.
Okay. All right. I know that the live is a little bit delayed, so we'll have to see.
Yeah,
but I can see it.
I can see it too.
Oh my,
You know what? I feel a lot better about that. I understand where she's coming from, especially as a business. You have to. There's so many scammers out there.
yes.
Just in, even in the group, you'll ask a question and there'll be people that I'm like, how did you even get in here?
How did you even get in here? That is one of my main questions I ask all the time. Oh,
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
So first thoughts, reactions. Mine is I've loved her from the beginning, and it just makes me have a lot more respect for her as a creator,
Yep.
a business owner, and I feel really good and confident. Right at the very beginning of our conversation, we were like, oh.
Yeah.
But in reality, I'm good with it.
Yeah, me too.
And it sounds like she's doing, and I totally get it, right? We've always talked about that. This is why a lot of people do affiliates, is so they can continue to upgrade and do all the things to continue to keep it like top of mind, hot, like, the fastest growing, and not having to do it out of her pocket. I get that.
Work for free.
100%.
Work for free.
Yeah.
Yep. So I get that too, and I'm happy about it. I hope that people will see that, because I know there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to be happy about this.
So let's talk about it. Why? So let's look at it from the negative part, not necessarily maybe from ours, but let's play devil's advocate. What is the negative, in your opinion?
So a lot of people might think, well, now I'm not making as much money, right? So, and it's really a very small
$50.
Yeah, I was thinking $50.
I'm like, wait, I can do that math.
Yeah, it was like $4.47 or something like that.
No.
But it's just, it really isn't that big of a deal, but people might see it like that at first, like, because now they're losing control, right, over, like, it was theirs, they can do whatever they want. And I think that is part of the problem, though, right, is that too many people are doing what they want and they're not selling it for the right amount.
Yeah. So can I actually, if you look at it from the perspective of, okay, so now our 90% is 447.
Yep.
We as the affiliate no longer have to pay Stripe fees.
Oh, really?
Right. We get full commission.
Oh.
Is she going to, well, I guess that would be a really good question. Is she going to absorb the fees? Right?
It's affiliate.
Because usually when you have an affiliate product, you are just straight commission and you typically don't have to pay the processing fees. But maybe I could be wrong.
If that's the case, then it's only $20 less.
Yes. Because after Stripe, it's $467 or something like that, right? After the fees, right?
Yeah.
Well, we already know her marketing team is fabulous. So you already know the landing page is going to be just absolutely beautiful. So those are some really good questions, right?
Yep.
Will we still have to pay the fee? I don't think so. I don't think so.
And I'll have to look. There was a little write-up too on school on some of the other questions that frequently asked questions. And I know this all came about too because of the new European law.
Right.
Right. There were people that are in this that can't sell it anymore.
Right.
And that is not cool either. And I feel like she really made a good business decision, one, for those people, but two, as just a business owner. A lot of people don't realize the behind the scenes and what you're actually doing when you're running something, especially at that caliber, like almost 1,000 people. Right? There are expenses that come into that. So I think it's a good move for her on her part. And I think she was trying to keep MRR as much as, for as long as possible,
Right.
And I think this might have been like a blessing in disguise almost for her and the creator with that law that now she could branch out and, her BC, they came together and said, yeah, we're going to just do this.
Yeah. So for maybe some of my listeners or whoever's watching this, it might be like, what the hell are y'all talking about? So, so long story short, Amanda and I both help beginners get started in digital marketing, and specifically for us to digital products. And what is that? They're ebooks, they're journals, they're guides. Just like the one-on-one coaching that I did earlier today, she's a life coach and she is expanding her business by being able to offer her clients digital products as far as like a free guide, a low ticket, right? So that's anything $197 and less. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, right? A medium ticket, right? Because we all know life coaching, which is very valuable and it's a great service. It might be, it's a high ticket item. So when you have a business and you can create different levels of digital products to be able to help people where they are and what season they're in, it's an amazing extension of how you can help somebody. Yep. We all know that if you go to Etsy, it's full of digital products. Digital product is something that can be delivered to you instantly. And we are in the instant world where we want something, we want to hit click and we want to go to our email and it's there.
Yeah. And this sounds like it's going to be even better because I know I have had customers have issues.
Yes. You keep talking. I got to let my dogs out of the room.
Sure. And they, with this now going to affiliate, there's not going to be that problem anymore because they're going to automatically be let into the program,
right?
Which is a good thing. It's all a good thing,
right? And typically when you do an affiliate, commission, you have to wait for that commission. It sounds like we will be paid out instantly. I am sure it probably is going to go to PayPal, which is totally fine with me, right? Money is money, no matter if it's being delivered to my bank account or PayPal first. But I think it's going to be a good thing. So my question to you, do you think that this is going to help with the negative stigma, if that's even the right word for it, when you think of master resale rights?
Yeah, I think a lot of people try to get away with a lot. And you're right. You go on Etsy and things are being sold for like $10. It
So
literally
sad.
makes me sick. For this course, like I've gone on and seen it, $49.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will say, too, I think the creator ends up having more control over it now with the integrity of it and the pricing of it, that people can't get away with that. And it's going to be a better product, they're going to think better about the product versus the people that are selling it slimily. Right.
Right. Yeah. So that goes back to, do you think that as a course that the integrity of the course will be more intact?
Yes. I think so. I absolutely think so, because there are a lot of people that are trying to get away with it because they're selling it, at different prices, or maybe over excessively bundling things with it.
Offering discounts when they're not supposed to, $50 off, $100 off.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you
can't do that.
Yeah. And I had another thought and now it just went bye-bye. It also does that remove the legal aspect? That removes it from us as the affiliate, correct? As long as I
didn't think about that.
We follow the terms and conditions, and that we don't falsify income claims. You don't do, as long as you are not doing anything negative. So I can remember back in my network marketing days, there's certain things that we can say and certain things that you can't, right? I wonder if they are now going to have even a bigger legal department to make sure you're basically policing the people that still want to get away with things, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that will definitely cut down, and it will make the course keep its integrity and value.
I think
because of the way going to affiliate, I think, because I think a lot of people devalue the course. And honestly, I feel like DWA, it has value on its own, and people are trying to devalue it by some of the tactics they're using when trying to sell.
Yeah, I agree.
So if you have questions or comments on any of this, please comment below if you're listening or re-watching the replay. And yeah, maybe we should move on to our originally scheduled program.
Yes. I know, I was just pulling up the FAQs that people submitted for us to answer. So I will let you segue into what we're doing.
So today we were talking about the most frequently asked questions of people that maybe they just started or they haven't started in digital marketing. So let's dive in right away to what exactly is digital marketing. And I know we talked about this on the last episode, but digital marketing has literally been around for years, like 50 years. It is just the advertising of any product, whether it's digital, whether it's physical, whether it's a service, on social media platforms or online platforms. So I think that's something that's gotten misconstrued because everyone's selling digital products and digital marketing courses, right? But digital marketing is, advertising on the radio or email marketing. It's any of those platforms that people can utilize to be able to market their products, no matter what it is. Doesn't have to be digital product. So that's the first one that everyone's like, what exactly is digital marketing? I don't understand.
And the next, I cannot even tell you, this is just something that is on repeat. And I think it's always when we're doing a one-on-one or a discovery or a clarity call. Do I have to be tech savvy?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what you need to do. You need to know how to open Facebook and Instagram. You need to have the Canva app either on your phone or on your laptop. You need to know how to make a reel. If you don't know how to do that, it is taught step by step. And that's what's considered like outreach content, that type of stuff. So do you have to know how to program software? No. Do you need possibly know how to type in some words into ChatGPT, a prompt, and have it help you create your content? Yes. But those are things that you learn along the way. My mother could do this.
Yep,
Literally. Now, do you have to work at it? Yes. Are you going to have some learning curves? Yes.
Yeah.
But as long as it's just like when you're going to on-job training. You don't start any job without going through an orientation and training.
Right. And this is the same thing.
And then you get better every single day that you show up for that job. I can remember when I started waiting tables at Chili's at 18, right?
Yeah.
I had zero clue, no idea what I was doing, but I knew that I wanted some money and I was willing to learn how to do it. Yeah. So, I had to go to the orientation. I had to do 2 weeks training. I had to shadow someone. I had to learn the menu. I had to do all the things. But in the end, it was so worth it. 18-year-old Kristen making, $90 to $100 waiting tables was, like the potential, right? So that's a really good, okay, so let me go back, right? You can either sit back and watch the person make the money, or you could just think about what is the potential of what you could make if you learned how to do the simple things.
Yeah. And so I think that's where a lot of people, they jump into this thinking that they don't have to work at it.
Yeah.
But there is a learning curve. I always make sure that I tell them there is a learning curve. You have to sit here, you have to show up every day and learn something new and then implement it. But that is where these courses come into play, because they literally teach you step by step.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, I tried doing it for 4 freaking years on my own. 4 years. I could have been one of these course creators by now if I would have invested my money right off the bat. I've now invested thousands instead of, I could have invested, a few $100s and then learned what I need to learn and keep going. So that's something that a lot of people, I think, they don't really realize how valuable these programs are to teach you the things that you need to know.
Right. And that's the step that, I know it's not one of the questions we're kind of go, but that's the beauty of this. That's the step that people want to skip. They want to go right to making money. And that's the part where we would all love to, right? Yeah. We would all love to skip and know how to highlight our own hair or cut our own hair, but that's why we go to people to do the things that we can't do. Right?
Yeah.
And you can't just skip. You have to start at day 1, and you have to have a day 14, and you have to have a day 367 to have a day 562, where the potential is unlimited.
Yep.
It's uncapped potential.
Yep.
Right? We can't make income claims. We're not going to tell you you're going to make $1,000 in 5 days, because that's not real.
Yeah.
But the potential, if you do the things, could be potentially, right?
Yeah.
But,
it depends on how much you want to work. A lot of people they skip over that step.
Your work ethic, your network, who do you know? How do you show up every day, right? Do you show up slimy, or do you show up authentically as yourself? Yeah, lots of things. All right, you want to answer the next one?
Yeah, what kind of products can I sell online? So there's literally limitless. Okay, so let's talk about some products. So done for you products are the best, and they can be anything from planners, checklists, ebooks, affirmation cards, social media templates, things that are already done that you just have to tweak a little bit, right? They could be courses, things that are done that you do not have to create or worry about coming up with from scratch to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what I was talking to somebody earlier this week, and they were like, well, I don't really have anything to sell. I don't really know what to create. Like, I want to create this coloring book or create this planner, but I don't know how. And I'm like, well, that's the beauty of it. You don't have to know how to create it, because digital products, you know, there's a lot of them are already done for you.
Exactly.
And that, so nice. So nice. Because I started this trying to create my own, and I will tell you, it is no fun trying to reinvent the wheel. And you can literally take these products that have private label rights to rebrand it to your own brand and not start from scratch. And it's already something people are wanting to buy. And it's already pretty much, you know, in good format and stuff. So you don't have to worry about any of that. And you're just switching a few things around.
Yeah. So just to piggyback off of what Amanda is saying is that one of the, how, because people want to know, and maybe it's down here and I didn't look at it, how can you start making, or how do you have the potential to make money right away? And it's the done for you products. They're created for every niche. You don't necessarily have to help other people make money online. If you choose to, you know, to affiliate or resell or promote, I guess we'll use the proper words, you know, a digital course that helps somebody make money online, then you can start that. But you also can have a wellness. If you help people balance their hormones, there are digital products that you can provide. Even if you're in a network marketing company and you sell supplements that help somebody balance their hormones, you can still help them in different ways or in additional ways with digital products, meal plans, sleep habits, affirmations, you know, a mental checklist every single day. How are you feeling? What is your mood today? You know, a Notion planner. Just because you don't want to necessarily help somebody make money online, you know, if you're a teacher, think about lesson plans electronically that you could help somebody with. Or if you're a homeschool mom, right, Amanda? If you chose that one day you wanted to go into the homeschool digital products, you probably could.
Yeah,
you know.
Absolutely.
So that is how, so you basically can use the done for you digital products while you are still learning and figuring out if you ever want to create something of your own, you can make money along the way.
Right. Yeah. That's the beauty of it. I have so many mentees that are in the health and wellness. My health coach, I met her online, and she came out with a recipe book that she sold. And I just joined her reset program. So here's something that you can do. She created this entire ebook of meal planning, food to buy at the grocery store, how to track your macros, all those things. And, you know, she's charging for that along with her coaching, you know, where she'll send us a little mini voice message every day. And that is how you can, you know, learn how to monetize your life without being in the make money online niche. You know, a lot of people think, well, I don't want to resell a course, or I don't want to do that. You don't have to do that. These courses are teaching you how to do anything, to take your passion to be able to sell something else, you know? Or if you're in the makeup, right? You can make a makeup book and guide, right? And then link it to your favorite brushes.
Exactly.
Digital product.
The potential is uncapped. It is crazy. Crazy.
Yep.
So I see that, I think it's Patel, I think maybe is how you would pronounce the name. I'm so glad that you're in the digital marketing space. I do hate that you're having some challenges. And we'll go ahead and we're going to go through the rest of our FAQs, and then be sure to ask us a specific question that we can answer. That way we're not trying to grasp at what you're asking us. So be sure just to ask a specific question. We'll answer it, but we're going to continue to rock and roll through the questions that we had individuals submit to us. So, all right. Oh, how do I even start if I don't have an audience or followers? That is a really good question. And I think it's in the back of everybody's mind. I know even if they ask or if they don't ask, it's definitely there. And the beauty of it is you don't have to have a big following. You really want 10 potential buyers versus 5,000 people that are just following you that have zero interest in what you're actually selling. Yeah. So it's not about the followers. It's not about the comments or anything like that. It's really how you're moving someone through their trust funnel and how you are attracting the right person. You want to make sure, but those lessons and the how-tos is another reason why you do not want to skip out on the skills and the foundation of a beginner marketing course. Because just like we said it before, you can't show up with zero experience and know how to wait a table without doing some sort of foundation or background.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
And please, if you have something else to fill in, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I was just talking to somebody the other day. They said, well, I don't think I can do this because I don't really have a large audience or network. And I think that's the beautiful thing about this, because I actually started a private account where literally nobody I knew what I was doing. But I was able to attract, and I learned to attract the right people to be able to meet my goals and reach the people I wanted to reach. So I feel like a lot of people focus on vanity metrics and they do not mean anything. You could have 10,000 followers and you could make no money, or you could have a few thousand followers and be making a lot of money. It really depends on if you have learned the way to attract the right people to you.
Right.
Yep.
And I will say the power of the different platforms and how you market on the different platforms can also give you the opportunity that you could have zero following, because how you market seriously on Facebook, which you are the Facebook guru, you can go into these groups and they don't have to be following you to buy from you. Right? Also, if we can touch on this, right? You don't have to have a following on Amazon to do Amazon reviews. Right. That's all, it's all about doing a review on what you have in your house that you can buy on Amazon. And here's the thing, you don't have to actually buy it on Amazon to do the review. Yeah. But there is criteria to get approved and how you want to do the videos, right? Which is why you also want to have the education on how to do Amazon reviews.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next one is a good one. What if I fail and how do I avoid wasting time and money? Okay. All right. So here's the thing. The fear of failure will hold you back from ever even starting. And honestly, I don't even like to look at it as failing, because just because something doesn't work the first time doesn't mean it's not going to work. You have, like, the only difference between successful people and people that say they fail is successful people kept on going when they hit roadblocks and challenges. They learn to pivot. And I love bringing up this story that my husband told me before I did my first webinar Zoom with people, is that WD-40 is called WD-40 because it took him 40 times. It was a 40th formula before it actually worked and did what it needed to do. Right. So if he didn't try or fail 39 times before that, I would be really upset if I had squeaky doors because that's literally something that drives me nuts. Okay. So, like, you have to keep trying. That's literally all it is. And anytime I make a mistake or think I failed, I normally sit there and yes, you're like, but I usually come up with something better and bigger. And that is where the magic happens in those pivotal moments where you have a challenge and you have to just keep moving. So for me, it's not about failing or wasting money. You just have to learn how you can make this work. It's just how bad do you want it and how much are you going to put effort and thought into trying something else when the first thing isn't working.
Right. I even did a reel about this yesterday, and it was like you can't put a timeline on it.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way that you're not, the only way, this is my opinion, the only way you're going to fail or not be successful is never starting.
Yep.
That's really the only way, because if you continue to learn, do professional development, pivot when necessary, it will happen.
Yep.
You just have, you can't have timelines, because that's when you're going to get disappointed.
Right.
And you'll quit. It's just like a New Year's resolution, right? January 1st, everybody makes New Year's resolution. And what is it? 2 weeks later, everybody's quitting because you can't look at a salad and lose weight. I was talking to my oldest daughter, Casey, today, and I was telling her that I wasn't getting skinnier looking at my Peloton. So I got my ass on it today. Like, obviously looking at it every day wasn't helping me.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, but that's kind of how, whatever, if you want to make money or earn an income, you have to start.
Yep. You just have to start and you have to learn to pivot. There's always going to be challenges and roadblocks, no matter what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
You have to know to keep going and try to figure out a way to get past.
Be a whole episode on how many times I've pivoted or how many times I've tried or that's like that's a whole nother thing. I see we have a couple of other new friends jumping on. Go ahead. If you're comfortable, tell us where you're watching from. And then if you have any questions for us, we're talking about making money online. We're answering frequently asked questions. So let's see, where were we? I think we were on this one, right? How can I create an income while still prioritizing my family? Is that where we were?
Mm-hmm.
Regardless if you have a family or you don't have a family, how can you work this business or a side hustle or what? I hate calling it a side hustle because you have to treat it like a job. How can you do that alongside your life? And you have to set some boundaries, and you have to set like business hours, right? When you start to definitely get, more clients and all that type of stuff. I mean, setting business hours. I work between here and here, right? Yep. If you are doing this alongside a job, then you might have to wake up 2 hours early to get stuff done. Or you might need to stay up an hour later, and then you can work in pockets of time, but on the weekends or a day off, then you're going to have to work longer. Yeah. And then you'll have to figure out what it takes and the amount of time it is for you to be successful. But do you have to give up Netflix? No, I watch Netflix all the time.
A lot of times while I'm working.
Right. You're homeschooling. I'm working. And we can make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So
the one thing that people don't realize, though, there is going to be a time period when you start that you will have to sacrifice some sort of time in the beginning, because there is a learning curve. You have to take the time to learn this and put forth the effort, but it can be done. And I actually have been working on how can you do this in a couple hours a day, and came up with a schedule on if you are working like from this time to this time in the morning, this time at lunch, or maybe on your lunch break, and this time in the evening, exactly what you could be doing that's going to help you, but you have to put the effort forth. and you have to, there's a learning curve. So in the beginning, it's going to take you a little bit longer. You might have to sacrifice some time, either sleep or a time away from your family. But after a few months, it's not going to be that way. And then you're going to be so glad you did, because it'll be a lot easier to manage what you need to get done.
Yeah. And this is kind of another aspect of where done for you products can come in. Let's say you're a teacher and you're most of the time, or you're a nurse or something like that. You can actually purchase done for you content where as long as you know what your target audience or who your ideal client is, and you do the work to do all of that type of stuff, it can be almost like a plug and play. You can buy story templates that can help guide you so you're not coming up with everything every single day. Yeah. I have a group where I give my mentees, and I know your community is about to open. I give them a week's worth of prompts and story prompts so they don't have to invent the wheel every single day if they're having a down day. Do they all use it? No. But is it there to help when they're struggling? Yes. Yeah. So, don't let that stop you. Right? Because there are people that are writing copy for you.
Right.
And they're doing the heavy lifting, and you're posting it and potentially making all the money.
Yes, exactly.
That's a cycle.
Yeah, it is the whole cycle.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. All right. So the next one says, what's the first step I should take to get started? And there's so many different routes you can take. I am a big believer now, after trying to do it for 4 years on my own, of little bits of YouTube here and these little $7 courses here, that if you are serious about getting started, you need to figure out which course will be good for you. You do have to make some sort of investment in your education, and time. You have to take the time to learn it. What are your thoughts on that?
I 100% believe that you have to be open and willing to start something. So yeah. I probably have said this 50 million times. I'm going to say it again. I did network marketing for years. And when I left my corporate job, that's what I did. And I can remember always looking for advice. So I was attending all the trainings. I was asking my upline, what should I do? So I kind of felt like I was Googling all over, and I was starting this concept, and then the next, meeting, they would tell us, oh, wait, no, you need to do it this way. And then it can get really confusing, just like you were saying. And it didn't click for me until I bought the beginner course. And is that going to be for everybody? It should be, because if you want to be successful, it needs to be some sort of training, and it has to be put on you. And yes. I will be the first to admit I was the one that was waiting for that knight in shining armor of the marketing person to come in, swoop, and tell me exactly what to do. And I was looking in it in the wrong ways, or the wrong places. I was looking for it in other people. And what I needed to do was to find it in the education and pull it out of myself.
Yes, that's so true. And when you said, is this for everybody? Yes, it is. But not everybody is going to take the time to, that maybe they might even buy it, but not take the time to invest in learning and going through the modules and implementing what you're learning. I think that's key. That's so key. And after buying all the things, having that one solid program that's going to teach you from A to Z, teaching you literally how to make a reel. It goes back to the tech savvy stuff, right? They're teaching you how to make a reel. They're teaching you how to write emails. They're even giving you emails to send out. It's really step by step, and having it all in one place versus Googling and looking to this person and looking to that person and YouTube. It's a lot better.
That, and you need to find, so this would be my best advice for everyone that's watching this. You need to find someone that you connect with and that you trust and that you can ask them to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to make sure that whoever you do purchase from believes in the product that they're telling you to buy. And this is just my opinion. We've both been in this space for a really long time. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of stuff out there that you can buy. And a lot of it's good and some of it's not. And have I bought things where I opened it up and I was like,
oh my gosh. Yes.
Why did I let the FOMO get the best of me, right? Fear of missing out. We all have it because we always want the things. You don't have to buy all the things because most of the time they're just going to kind of regurgitate it in a different way. I will say that you need to lay the foundation, regardless if it is in a smaller course or a bigger course. Just buy from somebody that you trust and know that that person really should be there to help navigate through. They shouldn't leave you in the dust. I don't know what else.
Yeah, no, all of that.
I mean, we stand behind Digital Wealth Academy, and that's what, if you reach out to us, it's where we're going to tell you to start. But we also will listen and have a conversation with you, and maybe it's a different starting point for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I've absolutely done that, and maybe truly somebody cannot afford to start there.
Right.
There are smaller things that you can start with. Mm-hmm. But that is, if you're really serious about it, you're going to end up buying more because you're going to be like, I feel like I'm missing holes. I feel like I'm missing pieces, right? And so you end up spending more money in the long run. But, I always listen to my customers that, where they are, and I try to meet them, where they're at.
And I think that's how you lead with integrity as a person.
Yeah.
100%. Do we think you should buy Digital Wealth Academy? Yes. Is there a payment plan? Yes. Because it will give you the most updated information. Plus, I think it's like the hottest one out there. It's like the Chanel.
Yes.
But, I think as somebody that listens, and if that's not what you want, then I'm going to listen and then I'm going to point you in the direction of exactly what you should do. And I think that that's kind of what can set somebody apart. Either they tell you it's this or nothing, or, okay, let's have a real conversation.
Yeah, let's talk about what we can do to help you where you are right now. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So let's see, what was the next question that came in? I'm trying to bring it up again.
I think it's how do I stay consistent when life gets busy?
That's a big one.
Well, that's a loaded question.
I know, right? I'm going to be honest right off the bat. Sometimes life does get the best of me, and I'm just not as consistent.
Yeah.
And I think when I started, that was the biggest thing. Is like they're like, post 3 times a day. You got to do this. You got to do that. It really leads to burnout quickly. And so I think being able to plan, like you said, you have helped me a lot with some of the things you've come up with. Actually, I have them right here. I'm going to show it. Done for you. I don't know if you can, it's all blurry, but done for you.
Oh, yeah. The viral. Yes.
This has helped a lot. Having a daily checklist. Can't even see it.
It's okay. I made it. It's fabulous. No, just kidding.
Checklist and having things kind of done and giving you prompts to make content does make it easier when life is busy. And something that I've started doing is just literally opening up my phone and recording everything, because anything can be made into B-roll, which is literally just not, it could be like you were recording yourself doing something and you're not talking. That's what B-roll is. It's silent. But, walking down the road or, you're hiking or you're in Target with a Starbucks coffee, like literally anything.
Yep.
And if you do that and start doing that more often, you're going to have more content and you can reuse it, 2 months later.
And over and
Yes.
over again. Yeah.
Just stick one of these on there and you're good to go.
Yeah. So I think, just to piggyback, like, how do you stay consistent? Just know that your customers or your potential client doesn't know you're open for business unless you're posting somewhere. Let's say you don't really feel like it one day and you just show up in your stories, and I will tell you right now, if you're going to show up anywhere every single day, do it in your stories. If you're going to skip a day, then it can be in your feed. But for this sake of this conversation, you need to make sure that your people know that you're open. And now if you're sick or something like tragic has happened, life happens. And that's for a whole different conversation. But just know that there's simple things that you can do to set yourself up for success. Having, just like Amanda was saying, some of that B-roll when you're not feeling good, you just grab the B-roll, you grab like a hook that you have in your bank, and then you post it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing. And yes, again, I want to repeat, showing up somewhere every day, you should, even if it's like saying hello, right? You're still showing up and posting something on wherever it is, whether it's your stories, or for me, I was really sick for a long time. I was just posting in groups because I didn't want to show my face, but somewhere that you can just show up and make it a small task, just one small task a day. It can take you like 2-3 minutes. And that's important. So don't be too hard on yourself if you're not. All right, I have the last question. Go ahead. You can go ahead and take that one.
Oh, because this is just going to go along with some of the other things, right, that we were talking about. How long will it take for me to see results? And that I cannot promise. I cannot guarantee. I cannot give you a timeline. All I can say is the only way that you will not be successful is if you don't start. That is the only guarantee that I can make for you. And so if you're taking anything away from this podcast episode, is that the only way you will not be successful or see success is if you never start. Yep.
You got to start. And it varies. Results really do vary. I have been an entrepreneur now for 10 years, and it took me 46 days to see any sort of income come in from this. There's others, it's been 3 months or 6 months, right? And I see this a lot where you'll see videos where like, I started in January and they'll show 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 for 6 months, but they kept going. And then one day it's just different for everyone. You really can't put a timeline on it.
No,
you can't do that.
And we can't make guarantees, and we can't, cause it's not where you clock in and the boss says, okay, you're going to make $12 an hour. Yeah. It's not that type of thing. It's, but it's there. It can be there for sure. Yeah. If you have a problem, you just need to think of what can you help somebody solve.
Yeah.
If you are really into skincare and you have a skincare routine, someone will buy it. If you, there was a lady that was really heavily into teaching others do digital marketing and start with digital products. And she's completely pivoted now to utilizing her digital products to help other parents that have special needs children. And I like totally binge watched her stuff the other day. I was like, oh my gosh, the lives that you are going to help,
Yeah.
or it's going to be amazing. I often contemplated about making digital products that could help breast cancer survivors. But I think I haven't gotten over my own breast cancer story to be able to help somebody. So, right, that's just a personal thing holding me back, even though I speak about it more often. So you just have to figure out where your passion lays and how you want to help somebody.
Yep. Totally agree with that.
So I don't know. What was the last question? Didn't we have one last question submitted?
Oh, yes. How do you get over imposter syndrome?
That was it. I'll let you take it.
I get this all the time from people that are wanting to start, and imposter syndrome is real. You get this, you get excited, and you're like, I don't want to be copying somebody else. I feel like I'm not equipped to do this, right? And then you're watching other people, do it, and you get, what they're doing in your head, and you're like, I can't do this because I'm not there yet. I didn't make any money yet and stuff. And so it's hard for people to get past that. And what I always say, and I don't know why it's so different in this space, but it is. But look at how many Mary Kay reps there are.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how many unique reps there are, or It Works, or 31, or whatever it is. Everyone is selling the same thing. And you probably don't feel like an imposter when you're trying to share those products, right? Because that is what the business is built on, is everyone sells the same product, but everyone has a different network. Everybody resonates with somebody differently. And I feel that everyone has their own story, and showing your own story and being able to connect with all these different people is what helps you get over imposter syndrome, because nobody is you, and people buy from people. And I always say that, and I'm going to say it again, people buy from people. It doesn't matter the product. Susan down the street could be selling the same thing, but somebody else is going to buy from you because of you and who you are. And it is a hard thing to get over. I don't know what it is in this space. You get intimidated, and they don't think of it as, when you're selling like a product, I guess. I'm not sure why it is that way.
Well, it's a lot of your self-doubt, right? It's so when you have imposter syndrome, or you are having, like, you're sitting in there, the comparison, it's a signal that there's some mindset work that you need to do on your own. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times it can be out of frustration. Mm-hmm. And the number one question that I always ask is, what are you actually doing in your business?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you actually doing the things? Right? Did you, because I'm speaking from experience. When my income slumps, it's because I'm not doing the things. Mm-hmm. And it's usually because I have like a mindset shift that I have something to work on.
Yeah, I agree with that completely.
Now, with that said, there are people that show up every single day and they do all the things, and they still possibly are not seeing the income that they want. Then that's when you pivot, possibly. Or maybe you're trying to implement too many strategies and you need to go back to the basics. And so there's always things that can be tweaked, regardless if it's in your business, if it's in your content, if it's in your messaging, if it's in your email campaign, right? What is your lowest hanging fruit that you're not doing that you can implement and change today that possibly, right? Can't guarantee anything, could possibly take you past the slump? Or are you using the same hooks over and over again? Are you not working the 7-step framework for messaging? I mean, all that type of stuff, right? There's always something that you can evaluate. But usually it's something that can be changed or tweaked. But if you stay in that negative and you never try to change anything, then it's going to be the hamster wheel of life.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, mindset is key in all of this, and knowing that you are unique. And I know that sounds really like
no,
cliche.
I think it's great.
Like it's your story,
yeah,
and people want to know your story.
Exactly. Yep. Well, I think that we'll go ahead and probably wrap this episode up. Just again, if you made it all the way through, my name is Kristen and this is Amanda, and we brought Unplugged to you live. The replay obviously will house here in on my Facebook page, but you can also find us on YouTube and the other channels. Soon we'll be on Spotify and Apple.
Yep. I know there's a bunch.
There's a bunch.
Amazon, all the places. Yeah. So since this is a video, I am going to be able, last week's video didn't actually record us, right? But I am going to upload this today to Unplugged, and I'll get that posted so you guys can follow. So thank you again. Lots of news, questions answered, and of course.
All right. Amanda, I'm going to stop the live.
Okay.
Let me go to all my multiple tabs I have up here. Okay, perfect.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you in the next episode.
Oh, I already ended it.
Recording stopped.
Hold on. I need to stop the loom.